Oreo Express, where truth don't hide and we don't second guess. Unapologetic, we're bold and we're loud, shining light on the left shady crowd. Oreo Express, rolling down the track, exposing the lies, ain't no turning back. Conservative fire, we're speaking the truth. At Oreo Express, this one's for you. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's roll, let's go. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express.
Celebrate our newest launch, Rev 7. I'm bringing you an amazing introductory offer, plus an exclusive overstock sale that you're not going to want to miss. Rev 7 is our premium energy drink that tastes great and gives you energy all day with no jitters and no crashes. That's because there's no sugar and no caffeine. I'm so sure you're going to love Rev 7 that for a limited time you can try our 3-pack absolutely free. Or check out our Percale bed sheets. I can't believe I'm even going to say this. Every color, every style, every size, only $29.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save 20% on our Rev 7 12-packs or try our introductory 3-pack absolutely free. And our Percale bed sheets, all sizes, only $29.88, even the queens and kings. Inventory is extremely limited, so order now.
That's right, folks. Christmas is coming. Get your orders at mypillow.com, and don't forget to spoil yourself with some new linens, the new MyPillow, or my favorite, the MyPillow slippers. Head over to mypillow.com. Use promo code Oreo, guys, and you're helping us out here at the Oreo Express at the same time as a great Patriot America First company and MyPillow. So check it out. Welcome back, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you all. I was looking over who got into the raffle right now and checking it out. Today is, again, the special day. If you donate $30, which gets you 3 entries today until midnight, you will get a 4th entry for free. So we got Jan Garner that got in for 3 entries. Saint Fan got in for 1. And old Uncle Bill in for 5 entries, so he'll get an extra 1 as well. Thank you guys so much for helping us out. I was looking to see if another one popped up right there. Welcome back. We got a lot to talk about. We got some comments from Trump. We also have the Chicago Democrats, folks, trying to handcuff, literally, our Border Patrol from doing their job. The suspect that shot at Border Patrol agents over the weekend in Chicago on Saturday has been arrested, an illegal alien from Mexico. Imagine that. This is what happens when Democrats put illegal aliens ahead of American citizens, and I'm going to get fired up today. So we'll be talking about that here in a little while. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you. Susan K. Spencer's in the house. Old Uncle Bill. Melissa is now in the raffle. You heard it. Thank you, Melissa. Nola's in the house. Let's see. Trina. Hello. Darla Miller. Robert Benji. How you doing, Robert? Renee. Microtaz. How are you, Microtaz? Susan K. Spencer. I already said Renee, I think. I know a lot of you guys are complaining right now about the cold weather across the country. Man, it's cold. It's about 80 degrees here. Yesterday it was 81, and I was on the roof. I was what I call winterizing the property, so I had to get all the leaves out of, trim all the trees off the roof and get all the leaves out of the gutters and stuff. I kid you not. I got off the roof. I was sweating like it was 110 out there, and it was only 81, but the roof was extra hot. So, but we are cooling down. Our high is going to be in the 50s by the end of this week, and there should be rain on the way, so we gotta actually get some firewood this week. I gotta do that when I get off the phone or get off the live stream. I gotta see where we can pick up some wood out here. Because when it gets cold, it's no fun, and we don't like PG&E prices in California, so you know how that works. Hunter's in the house. Texas Bigfoot. Let's see who's up here. Rodney, hello. How are you doing, Rodney? Then we got Jay Lynn, Donna Rao, Florida Mama Bear. See. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm looking at all the screens right now. And we appreciate you for tuning in. If I could ask you to hit that like button and share this out, whatever platform you are on, make sure you hit the heart, the like, whatever it is, guys. So what do we got starting off with today? Where we at? Let me see here. We're up there. I'm trying to get used to the monitors are spread out a little different. So check this out. Some Clown World stuff today, some a little craziness. We got this post here. In the Orlando airport meltdown, this woman goes ballistic, assaults an employee, smashes a computer at the Southwest terminal, then demands police be called. Take a look at this, guys.
Pretty great. Hey, is it a joke?
Check this out. You know what? Let me see if I can do something. I'm gonna see if I can. Nah, I'll do that later. I was gonna widen it for you, but you'll be able to see it. Keep that guy.
Ooh, that's assault.
3 weeks. 3 weeks for my money, right? 3 weeks for my money, right? 3 weeks for my money, right? 3 weeks for my fucking money, right? 3 weeks. 2 flights wasted. 2 flights wasted. 2 flights. 2 flights. 3 planes. After 45 minutes.
Hey, is it a joke?
Call the police.
Oh, for who?
Call the police.
Your security sucks.
I have my rights. So that's what I want. Get police. Yeah, because no, it's not your brother who's dying.
Video.
It's not your brother that you need to go disconnected. Right?
You stand in line?
Dang. Talk about getting a little angry there. Somebody needs to get this woman a Snickers. So that happened at the Orlando airport. I did look into it a little. That was at the Southwest. That wasn't even her terminal. She was at the wrong terminal. And she was upset. I can't remember what terminal hers was, but I looked into it a little and I was like, yeah, she's not too happy. Not going to be too happy, guys. All right. What else do we got going on today? We covered this about a week and a half ago, and we told you things would be changing. You guys remember when Fort Lewis College denied the application for the Turning Point USA chapter, and we put out the phone number, and along with a lot of other, it was Libs of TikTok who originally posted. I'll show you the original video. Take a look at this right here. If I will get up here.
Many of our morals and ideals must be pushed to the side within the interests of the student body. Our policies, our expectations for our table work through viewpoint neutrality, which requires us to set aside our own viewpoints in the base of our decisions on outline policy, values, and feedback from the student body of that of which we serve. In light of the opinions and concerns shared to us today by both sides of the discussion, with a vote in favor, opposed, and no abstentions, we have decided to deny Turning Point USA's request to become an RSO1 at this time.
Listen to the woke folks.
By both sides, the students and the community members who currently make up the body of Turning Point USA will be free to use campus resources through a different avenue in Skyhook, as all public and community groups are free to do too. The ASFLC may reconsider this decision of Turning Point status as an RSO in the future, and we encourage anyone navigating free speech alongside us to attend an event put on by the Political Science Department.
So that was the denial. And I told you guys, I said my exact words is this will not last long. And then Libs of TikTok gave an update today. Fort Lewis College unanimously approves a Turning Point USA chapter following backlash. And the comment reads, don't ever think your voice doesn't matter. I don't know how many of you called, but you can make a difference. It's you got to be the squeaky wheel once in a while. Take a look at this.
USA to be considered as an RSO1, that's why SR 25-20. By the table, there has been voted in 6 yeas and 0 nays. So by unanimous consent, Turning Point USA has been reached RSO1 status and approved by Fort Lewis College. Fantastic. USA.
So we got to take the little wins here and there. And to be honest with you, this shouldn't even be a win or a loss category. It should have never been an issue in the first place. If you see what these colleges allow to be clubs on their campuses, and free speech includes everything. I don't care if it's something I disagree with. It's a Planned Parenthood club, a Satan worship club, believe it or not. It is not our job to control that as long as you believe in the First Amendment. You might disagree with it. There's a lot I disagree with, but what does bother me is when you let evil in and you don't let good offset it. Everybody should have an opportunity, and that's what we have seen there. So big shout out to all those folks who stood up, made that phone call. It can't be done without you guys, I'm telling you. But that's good. Fort Lewis College unanimously approves the Turning Point USA chapter. What else do we got? I don't know if you guys seen this. I seen this over the weekend. Dave Portnoy, I don't know if he was doing a pizza review. I didn't go through the whole thing. I seen the original video. Actually, let me find the video without the picture here. Dave. It'll come up. Everybody's edited. Is this it?
No, don't do this little as named you have himself and through random walk delivered this thing. This guy I think.
Here it is. So Dave was doing a pizza review here, and I watch a lot of his pizza reviews. I've probably seen all of them. When I travel, I always pull up the One Bite app and see what's higher than a 7.5 in the area. Take a look at this.
I love the car around the crust. I love that. I'm going to go 7-2. Yeah. That's a fair score. Crowd likes it. Crowd likes it. Starkville 7-2. Pretty good. All right. That's our review. Supposedly be able to watch some alumni baseball game tonight. I don't know what that's all about, so I'm excited. So far, so good. Again, Brandon Walker, I hate him so much. He's like made me want to hate Starkville, but so far I like it.
Hey, fuck you, Dave.
Why you come in the camera, buddy? Why come here? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on.
Say, I shouldn't yell at me those jokes, right? I should be putting handcuffs. That's what you said.
No, the handcuffs. No, you can
That's
joke.
what you said. That's what you said. You're an employee. You said you shouldn't be making jokes about.
I never said handcuffs.
Yeah, you did. You said it should be a crime.
So he threw some change, I guess, at him and said, F the Jews.
What?
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you.
Hey, let's settle down.
I'll only take that down from what, 7-2? No, we'll keep it 7-2. 7-2. By the way, you're by yourself. He said fuck the Jews and threw shit at me.
So he was arrested. It says here, and I'll put this up on the screen. It says, just in, man accused of throwing coins and shouting F the Jews at Dave Portnoy outside a Mississippi pizza shop has been charged, according to TMZ. 20-year-old Patrick McClintock has been arrested and charged with disturbing the peace. Every person has the right to feel safe and respected in our community, said Sergeant G. Brandon Lovelady. Offensive words alone are protected, but when the behavior disrupts a public event or risks violence, the Starkville Police Department will take steps to help maintain safety and security. Interesting. It'll probably be a slap on the wrist if it's not just dropped with some community service or something. But geez, man, people are just, it doesn't matter what side you're on right now. There's a temperature in this country that people will find something to be upset about. A lot of times they're miserable. I mean, look at that person's eyes. They're not. They got a darkness to them. They almost, I mean, it almost has those school shooter eyes, to be honest with you. But they're unhappy in their own life. I mean, I've run into a lot of stuff. I say this all the time. We don't go crazy. We don't do anything. What we might express our First Amendment, but not throwing things at people or doing things of that nature. So that was pretty crazy right there. That's just insane. So I know,
Hi, I'm Christine
some
Pelosi.
of you are going to be very excited about our next one. I hope you can contain yourself. Christine Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi's daughter, is running for the Senate in California. Let's take a look here.
Hi, I'm Christine Pelosi, attorney, author, advocate,
The chairperson of the California Democratic Party Women's Caucus.
wife, mom, and today a candidate for California State Senate. I'm running to represent you, San Francisco, in Sacramento, fighting for consumer rights, women's rights, gun violence survivors, immigrants, and our most vulnerable communities against the threat we face.
Christine Pelosi is shaking up the sexual harassment debate in Sacramento.
What do we do when our freedoms are under attack? We speak up, we fight back, and we organize power for the people. And that's what I want to do for you.
Man, so a lot of people know she's also, it didn't say in there, but she also produced, I guess you could say, kind of documentaries about 5-6 years ago. I know she followed Ben Bergquam across the country, and she's tried to put MAGA in a very bad light. She also surprisingly was there on January 6th, the behind the scene footage on January 6th, where Pelosi threatened to do physical harm to Trump and said that she could be that she'll take the responsibility of the National Guard not being there, was all filmed by her daughter, Christine. So this will be an interesting
Hi, I'm Christine Pelosi.
If you noticed, everything in there was the typical Me Too Democrat era. You're a victim. This is what I'm fighting for. And so it's going to be right along the lines of what her mom did. I don't know if she's as good at stocks as her mom, but I promise you, when she gets into Congress, or when she gets into the Senate, she will be. That's without a doubt. Man, you want to talk about destroying a state? I'm telling you, it doesn't get much more destroyed than the people that are. You got Scott Wiener running for Nancy Pelosi's seat. Oh, guys, California is doomed. Doomed, I say. I just pray for the country. Make your good decision. Secretary Sean Duffy tweeted this out today. We know Mamdani got elected as the mayor of New York City with a lot of promises. And free this, free that, free bus rides, lying in order, things that the mayor has no control over, if you will. And Secretary Sean Duffy put this up today. Says, nothing in life is free. New York City residents will unfortunately now learn it the hard way because they won't be getting the free bus rides Mamdani promised. Remember this next time you support a socialist. And it's a tweet that was shared by the governor. It says, supporters of Zoran Mamdani are reportedly developing buyer's remorse after learning Governor Kathy Hochul will not greenlight his free bus plan or tax the rich. Let's take a listen to this.
We don't say, well, like I said, I'm from Buffalo. We don't put up with a lot of crap. So I just want to set the stage that, you know, you look at the history of people who've run multi-million-dollar ad campaigns to try and get me to change my position. I don't change my position. So I just want to put it out there. I respect people's opinions. I respect the proper place to convey them. And so I've said to him, I hear you. And that was important. But also, there's a time and place. And so that's all on that. No, I've had conversations on this trip, but many conversations, I'd say over the summer and the fall, that were important, that led to an understanding of what's in the realm of possibility, shared ambitions, but what is doable.
So Mamdani, even though he was promising everything, had already been told that that's not doable.
The question. And so, no, we're aligned on so many of these issues. You know, I've made it clear where I have strong disagreements with issues that really do not pertain to, you know, the governance of New York City. I've said you need to get a police commissioner that people trust, who has a record of accomplishment to keep the trajectory that we're on right now, which is crime is going down. Crime is going down significantly. We don't say mission accomplished, but that is a great trend. So him agreeing with that assessment, that recommendation to keep Jessica Tisch was an important statement on many fronts. So I'm looking forward to, you know, having our teams keep a lot of conversations with our teams. We said we'd be talking, you know, I'm meeting him very soon to talk about our response if there is a surge of ICE agents and National Guard that do come, perhaps after his inauguration, and how we can be proactive in preventing that from happening. And that's the state I'm in right now, prevent that from happening. So we've had a lot of conversations. So no, I think there's a mutual respect. And that's gonna, I think, only grow deeper.
So that's a
keep up that guy's bond and banner work.
perfect transition. You have recommended.
So
that.
kind of interesting. Mamdani was told, actually, Andrew Cuomo said, hey, you're actually in the assembly right now. All the things you're promising as governor can't be done, or as mayor can't be done, but you could do something in the assembly. Why haven't you done anything? But legacy media didn't cover the truth. You know, legacy media won't be covering that he continued to lie just to get elected, which that's what they do. It's just insane. It's just insane. Fairness, thank you so much. It says, thank you for your hard work, Fairness 2020. Thank you for your support. We appreciate you. And you are entered right now into the raffle too. We got to talk about what's in that raffle, don't we? You are entered into the raffle, and because you did over the $30, you get a bonus entry. So you got 6 entries. Thank you, Fairness 2020, for your continued support, supporting independent journalism, and we can't do it without you. Thank you so much. It's just crazy, guys. I mean, she literally said that they had this conversation over the summer. There's things that are doable and there's things that aren't, because somebody has to pay for it. I know we love that word free. I always love how Democrats say Republicans are against free school lunches. Well, first of all, they're not free. Somebody's paying for them. Secondly, I want the schools to focus on education, which they have surely missed. If you got all these people worried about processing food and lunches, and I know I've been hated for a long time. I took this stance in 2015 when I did all the research about this. I mean, here in Clovis, we have a whole campus catering building. It is huge with I don't know how many employees. Again, when you get a free school lunch, we're paying for those 150 employees. Not that I don't want kids to eat, but I just don't think education dollars should go to feeding the kids. And it's not free. Let me jump into the raffle really quick. It's only got 2 more days. It's from Monday to Wednesday. So Wednesday in the show, we will be doing the live stream right here on the air. And once again, thank you so much, Fairness 2020, for entering. We, of course, are going to have the That's the, got to make sure I put the charger back in there and I don't drop it. It came out. We have the Trump and the MAGA hats, guys, that light up. As you can see here, MAGA. You guys see me wearing it last Tuesday night, election night. I had the Trump one on out there. And so that will be one of the raffle items. Let me turn that off. And then Jan Garner sent us some raffle items to add to the pot. Thank you, Jan Garner. We got the Trump calendar for 2026. There we go. We also have a Charlie Kirk flag that is a true patriot Charlie Kirk flag, American flag. We got 2 Christmas ornaments. One of them is Daddy's Home ornament. And the other one, let me pull that up. Oh, let's see. Is Jesus is my savior, Trump is my president, with a cross on there. Beautiful Christmas ornament there. And then a couple are a bracelet for Turning Point USA right there. So all those items will be picked and going to one winner. Again, Wednesday afternoon. Today and today only. Darla Miller is in for 2, and she said another $10 is coming. The reason why another $10 is coming is today, if you donate 30, which is 3 entries, we will give you a bonus entry into the raffle. We want to say thank you to everybody who jumps in, and thank you, Darla Miller, for getting in. And again, if you guys want to get in, Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $ Oreo Army. That's Cash App, $ Oreo Army. We also have givesendgo.com/Oreo 2024. And as always, we have our Zelle link up there. That's how old Uncle Bill got in for his entries. And there it is. Darla Miller's in for, with a $30 donation, she gets an extra one. But if you guys do mobile or online banking and want to do a Zelle transfer to us, our Zelle address is purepatriot559@yahoo.com. That's PURE patriot559@yahoo.com. And we want to say thank you to everybody for helping us out. You guys are appreciated. Can't do it without you. What else do we got on the home front here? I'm sorry. I just love John Kennedy. We'll listen to John Kennedy. We know, we covered this morning extensively, that there's going to be some votes. It looks like 8 Democrats have came to their senses and decided they're done punishing the American people. They're done being Democrats and holding the American people hostage. Listen to what Senator John Kennedy said today when he's talking about the Democrat Party fractures over the shutdown. Take a listen.
I want to be careful, Will. I don't want to do anything to upset our agreement. If I did that, my colleagues would, I don't know, they'd have Katie Porter slap me to Pluto, and I couldn't blame them. Look, Senator Schumer chose to have this shutdown. And it's clear, it was clear at the time, it's clear now. He just dug up more snakes than he could kill. His demands were unreasonable. They were so unreasonable that they weren't even within the realm of possibility on my side of the aisle. And we were prepared to just sit there as much as it hurt. I mean, we didn't have a choice. We couldn't possibly do what Senator Schumer wanted us to do. But look, I want to thank the Democrats who finally said, look, enough of this foolishness. We're going to open government up.
We're going to open government up. He said, Katie Porter slap him to Pluto. Now we know Katie Porter is running for the, it's Katie Porter, right? That's running for the governor of California. Man, I might just be fleeing California. Imagine getting Pelosi's daughter, Scott Wiener, and Oh my goodness. We can't handle that. We can't handle that. Today, Trump made some comments. He was in the Oval Office. I'm going to play some of those comments for you. One of them asked him if he approved of the agreement that's happening to reopen the government, and take a listen to what he says.
You mentioned the senators that are here, Mr. President. Do you personally approve of the deal that's happening right now on Capitol Hill to end the government?
Well, it depends what deal we're talking about. But if it's a deal I heard about, that's certainly, they want to change the deal a little bit. But I would say so. I think based on everything I'm hearing, they haven't changed anything. And we have support from enough Democrats. And we're going to be opening up our country. It's too bad it was closed, but we'll be opening up our country very quickly.
You mentioned the senators that are here.
We're going to be opening up our country here very, very shortly. Well, there's more. There's more. And then also Senator Thom Tillis. This was earlier on the Senate floor. Said this.
Mr. President.
Senator from North Carolina.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I'll believe that we're getting encouraging signs that maybe we may be making or having some votes tonight. I hope that that proves to be true and that the Senate does its part to get out of this shutdown. I was thinking, Mr. President, though, I've been telling a lot of the staff around here and everybody else, I apologize for us not getting our work done. I think a lot of people, excuse me, don't realize how many people around here haven't been paid for 41 days. You know who they are? Everybody you can see in this room. And every one of your staff members, everybody else that's been doing the hard work, showing up. I was thinking yesterday with all the cars in the driveway, those young people that are coming in to pick up their members and take them back to their apartments, condos, wherever they live here. Those kids are doing that on a weekend and not getting paid either. I also think that getting out of the shutdown and getting the tens of millions of people that are hanging in the lurch across the country is just a good thing. So it's a shame we got here, but I want to thank the members on both sides of the aisle that have finally decided that we need to do our work here, pass a continuing resolution, pass some actual regular order bills, and prove that this place can work. But the work's not done, Mr. President. We have about 90 days now to fix the other part that we couldn't get agreement on. And let's make sure we start doing the work now so that every Capitol Police officer, every sergeant at arms, every Senate staff, all the people down at the dais who are working extra long hours actually get paid for the hard work they do. On behalf of the other members, I thank you.
So it sounds like there could be voting here shortly. We do have some holdups. We're going to play. We're going to talk about that. But first, let's get into Trump talking about air travel. We showed you that Truth Social post that he said earlier that those pretty much what I call, it's not what your country can do for you. It's what you can do for your country, saying thank you to those agents and those federal employees at the airport that didn't try to shut down flights and continued to go to work. And he recommended a $10,000 bonus. And listen to what he says here. Let's put this up on the screen for you.
Can you guarantee to Americans that travel is going to go back to normal once the government...
That travel is? Oh, yeah. It'll go better than normal. You know why?
When the government reopens.
Yeah, sure. It'll be much better than normal because we're buying the most sophisticated avionics and, technology for our control towers. And we didn't have that. We had a guy named Buttigieg. Edge, they say is the best way. Just say two edges, like off the edge of a cliff, which is where they were taking us, by the way. Edge was the Secretary of Transportation, and he spent billions of dollars trying to patch together our air traffic control system, which was a conglomeration of all different systems in all different cities. They had hundreds of companies working on it. And they were spending billions of dollars. And when they turned it on, it didn't work. It didn't even work a little bit. That's why you had a helicopter crashing into an airplane, that if we had a great system, bells and whistles would have started going off. So we are now in the process. We're in final bids of getting the finest system anywhere in the world. I've analyzed it. Sean Duffy has been working really hard on it, doing a fantastic job, by the way. And over the next 2 or 3 weeks, we'll be handing out the finest air traffic control system anywhere in the world. All the towers will be equipped. They were going copper wire into glass wire into other types of wire. And if you knew anything, you know copper wire doesn't work with glass. You know glass doesn't work with other substances. And they spent billions of dollars, and when they turned it on, nothing happened. Okay? We're getting the most sophisticated, all brand new. All brand new. Every control tower will have the same exact system. It'll be the most sophisticated system by far in the world. And what we've done is we've looked around other countries and we've taken the absolute best systems in every different form, because there are different. You have lots of different companies like IBM and Raytheon and a lot of great companies. They're all bidding, and we're going to pick the best one, and it'll get built relatively quickly. And we are going to have the greatest air traffic control system anywhere in the world.
And we've been discussing that for quite a while, and he rightfully slams the past administration. Everything they did when they said, we're spending your money. Remember hooking broadband up? Well, I can't remember how many billions was spent on broadband, and not one person was hooked up under the last administrations. And then he talks a little bit more about he's not going to give an inch. He is going to ensure that there is not one single illegal alien that's covered with health care by the United States taxpayer. And he's not breaking his promise. Take a look at this.
Any questions?
You mentioned senators that are here, Mr. President. Do you personally approve of the deal that's happening right now on Capitol Hill to end the...
Well, it depends what deal we're talking about. But if it's a deal I heard about, that's certainly, they want to change the deal a little bit. But I would say so. I think based on... They haven't changed anything, and we have support from enough Democrats. And we're going to be opening up our country. It's too bad it was closed, but we'll be opening up our country very quickly.
Mr. President, that deal does reverse the mass firings your administration put through during the shutdown. Did you sign off on that, and will you abide by that if this passes?
Well, I will be. I'll abide by the deal. The deal is very good. We're not going to be giving $1.5 trillion to people that came in from jails and from, the gangs and drug dealers and all of these others that they wanted to be given health care, which would have hurt our health care system. I hope that we're going to be able to have a health care where Lindsay and I were discussing it, Jim and I were discussing it, and Katie, we discussed it. We want a health care system where we pay the money to the people instead of the insurance companies. And I tell you, we're going to be working on that very hard over the next short period of time, where the people get the money. We're talking about trillions and trillions of dollars where the people get the money. Yes, please.
The serious question, sir. Could you update us on your meeting?
Not the illegals, but hardworking, tax-paying American citizens. And he talks again about something that I covered this morning that I told you I disagree with, which is the $2,000 tariff dividend checks going out to low and middle income Americans. I would rather
issue a dividend.
Our national debt go down substantially, and I get why he's doing it. And again, Americans over the last 5 years, and I say 5 years, 4.5 years, because we are still affected by Biden's historic inflation. Prices went up. It's very hard to get prices down. Trump is working on that. And I think he thinks this is a way to give some relief, but take a listen to this.
To our middle, we're going to issue a dividend to our middle.
I don't know why it's doing that right there.
People and lower income people of about $2,000. And we're going to use the remaining tariff. We're going to be lowering our debt, which is a national security thing. So we're doing a lot of good work. And the numbers were reported so incorrectly. The real numbers are trillions of dollars have been taken in or gotten in terms of investment from the tariffs. And so if that were ever reversed, it would be a disaster. Frankly, it would be a national security problem for our country. And nobody thinks it's going to be reversed. I think we had a very good court case. As you know, it's before the Supreme Court right now. But if that were ever reversed, people are saying, oh, it's $1 billion. Some people said, oh, it's $2 billion. Well, that obviously we can handle very easily. But this is trillions of dollars we're talking about in terms of the tariff income and all the investment income that's come into our country. We're going to issue a dividend to our.
As you know, that's one of the things that he is most concerned about is definitely you have, once again, the Supreme Court getting ready to make a decision on if the president has presidential powers to issue tariffs like he did. I didn't think it sounded that great when we listened and played the audio from the hearing, but we'll have to see about that. Listen to Speaker Mike Johnson on CNN talking
we do a deliberative
about
process. That's the way this always works, and we have to have time to do that, and we will on a bipartisan fashion.
If something passes the Senate,
we'd like to bring back to the table because that will actually solve the problem and not just subsidize insurance companies.
so you're not committing to bringing up a bill that deals with the Obamacare subsidies before they expire.
I'm not committing to it or not committing to it. What I'm saying is that we do a deliberative process. That's the way this always works, and we have to have time to do that, and we will in a bipartisan fashion.
If something passes the Senate,
as he said, he's not telling you one way or another. He's not giving any word or any promises. And then listen to this. And then when also went on Fox Business Live. If you're wondering what this process is going to look like, let me show you here. Take a look at this.
And what happens, and then when's that vote going to come?
Well, that's the big question right now. The latest update, I'm just down the hall from the Senate chamber. Rand Paul, maybe a couple others are gumming up the works, so to speak. They're holding this up a bit because they have a couple of little parochial priorities that they want to use as leverage to get the final vote. But we're hoping that they will fast track this. I mean, if they wanted to, they could probably drag this out into the weekend, but that would just exact a whole other level of pain on the American people when they can least afford it. So we're praying that they get about the business, fast track this thing. I have already put the House on notice that all members are to be headed back to the Hill right now. I would like for us to be voting on this as early as Wednesday, which would be the quickest we could process it if the Senate does their work. And I think we'll get it passed off the House floor, get it to the president's desk. He is anxious to have it. As you know, he is very anxious, happy to get the government reopened. And he's been working on that every day since this shut down.
And what happens, and then when's that vote going to come?
There could be some delays. He said, hopefully we can fast track it. We're going to find out more tonight, obviously, or any time now. I'll have to look at that when we get to the end of the show. We talked about it earlier. Democrats are upset that SNAP recipients the SNAP funding is going to be funded. They are totally livid. They're going after Chuck Schumer, saying his time is done now. He can't control his party. We were supposed to keep the Americans
has the second
hostage to make Trump look bad. Take a listen to this MSNBC clip.
Part of a state that has the second highest number of people on Obamacare, on the ACA subsidies desperately, right? Who has SNAP, these are people who desperately need SNAP benefits. They're hurting their own constituents. And yet, should Chuck Schumer go? And yet, yes, Chuck Schumer should go. I'm sorry to say Chuck Schumer should go. I voted for him many times. I am ideologically quite aligned with where he is as a senator, but he's no longer capable of running this caucus. He's no longer capable of leading the Democratic Party. I am I am an establishment Democrat, and I'm here to say that Bernie Sanders is much more in line with where I and many other Democrats are today than Chuck Schumer is.
You hear that? I just want to tell you, again, they want to oust Chuck Schumer. Bernie Sanders is an avowed socialist, right into communism. He supported Mamdani, and this is where she said it herself, I'm an establishment Democrat. That's where the establishment has gone, folks. When Chuck Schumer is not far enough left for you, you have problems in your party. And that's what we are seeing right now in the quote, civil war of the Democrat Party. And we told you it'd get ugly between them. It is. How about this? We covered on Friday, Katie Davenport did some ride-alongs with ICE in Portland to do targeted arrest. And there was a woman who was obstructing them. I want you to see this. She was pulled over for obstructing and impeding ICE operations. And take a listen to this.
That Mustang is coming on you pretty fast. She just ran a red light.
Just ran a red light to impede officers, putting other people's safety at risk.
Little car. She's right behind you now. All right, just slow down. Let me do this.
Yeah, come down here. Come down here. Fine road.
Okay. Turn on the lights. 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 Hey, wait. Turn on the lights. Ma'am, you're impeding with the federal investigation. We have you on camera. We actually have news reporters with us in the vehicle. Your case will be referred over to Homeland Security investigation for prosecution. You will be arrested. This is your last and final warning. Hold on a second, guys. Give me your license, please. I will once again tell you, you have cases in danger.
FAFO.
Put your vehicle and park and shut it off, please. I understand, but you are.
I'm just a mom. He's just a Maryland father.
You are surrounded by federal agents. Okay, I am the deputy field office director here, ma'am. Stand by. We're running the name. We're going to refer this case over for enforcement action.
I'm just a mom, please.
You got it?
Please. I'm just a mom, please. I'm just
Kylie?
a mom. Yes, please.
She has a whistle around her neck. We're going to talk about whistles in a moment.
Here you go. Slow down. Hey, hey, guys. I got it. Got it. Everybody break away. Everybody break away.
I'm going home.
Kylie, look at me. Quiet. Look at me. Take a deep breath. Okay? I need you right now. Take a deep breath. I want you to pull over right here and go home. Okay? Take a deep breath.
I'm shaking.
You may leave. Please turn around. I'm going to stop traffic for you. Go. Okay?
So bad and tough until reality hits. Can you imagine you got kids at home? This is how you spend your days, is protecting the human traffickers and the drug traffickers that are putting drugs in your children's school. I guess she was, her information was handed over to HSI and the U.S. Attorney's Office. So we need more of that. Again, I just love, I think it was Tard with a hard R that said, I just love the whimpering. It's music to my ears. I would have to agree. How about this? An illegal alien from Mexico has been arrested in relation to Saturday's shooting in Chicago. You guys remember earlier in the show, we talked about the violence in Chicago. Someone took shots at Border Patrol. It said a suspect in a black Jeep fired 5 to 7 shots toward federal agents conducting an operation in Little Village area. It says the suspect has been convicted of aggravated unlawful use of a weapon, vehicle, has been previously convicted of aggravated unlawful use of a weapon, vehicle, felony possession of a weapon, and illegal entry. So this person's I guess, the typical person that Democrats stand up for, right? Take a listen to this.
Up on the federal agents as they were going about their jobs, fired some shots and drove away. That suspect is now in custody, the result of a joint operation with the FBI, ATF, and Chicago police. They have picked up someone described now as an illegal alien who does indeed have a felony in his past for firearm violations. A firearm was found on this person. It has not yet been matched to the shooting on Saturday. All of that is in addition to the alert that went out to Border Patrol agents, warning them that the leadership of the Latin Kings street gang had put out a shoot-on-sight order to them.
Shoot on
The
sight.
director of ICE blames Illinois Democrats and the rhetoric calling
And I
them
want you to
Nazi.
listen to this. This is what our federal law enforcement officials are having to deal with. I want to show you this right here. This is Greg Bavino, in charge of Border Patrol. And listen to what he says again. The suspect was arrested. Take a listen here.
The suspect in custody, and according to Tobin's reporting there, you just heard they have been able to confirm he is also an illegal alien in this country.
That's right, Sandra. And John, thanks for having me. It's good to see you. This is indeed an illegal alien that had a prior felony conviction for firearms. I just got off the phone with the FBI. They're doing a fantastic job alongside ATF and Chicago Police Department to wrap this case up pretty quickly. Within 48 hours, they already have a suspect, and they're pursuing additional leads now.
Just one suspect involved, additional leads, meaning there are more?
It's possible they're looking into that, but very possible there are others.
Got it. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you just referenced, about what we know about his history and his rap sheet?
Sandra, when we talk illegal aliens in possession of a firearm, this individual should have never been walking the streets of Chicago. This is what you get with a J.B. Pritzker or a Mayor Johnson and that crazy rhetoric. This individual should not have been in this country. So the fact that he has reviolated again and still has a firearm is, I tell you what, that's very concerning to us in law enforcement, especially in light of the fact that the Latin Kings have put an additional hit out on federal law enforcement.
You have gang members. First of all, this guy's been deported. He's been arrested before for you can't have a firearm if you're an illegal alien. You think the Democrats would be applauding getting a gun off the street and a criminal. They're not. They're actually doubling down against law enforcement. We're going to talk about this here in 1 second. But first of all, an illegal alien in Charlotte, North Carolina has been charged with a murder of an unborn child after he allegedly broke into a pregnant woman's home, strangled her, and then punched her in the stomach until he got tired. The attack caused her to lose her baby at 15 weeks.
Stillborn fetus. Arnold Santos Deras assaulted his girlfriend at a home on South Charlotte last Sunday. That's just off Nations Ford Road. The next day, the victim gave birth to a stillborn fetus. Santos Deras turned himself in. He's facing several charges, including murder of an unborn child and assault on a female.
Wow. If that doesn't surprise you, nothing will, because it didn't surprise me at all. How about this? Welcome to the sanctuary state of Illinois. You just heard that you have the Latin Kings putting out hit jobs on our own federal law enforcement officers. And we got some more. We're going to talk about what Mayor Johnson's doing now after hearing that these people have guns and everything else. But you seen that woman earlier in Portland with a whistle around her neck. Take a listen to this right here. These are the people that hate this country, folks. Take a listen.
Day of action.
Rather than sit around and complain, just try to get up and get involved. Feel like I'm playing a small role in changing what's going on in the streets of Chicago.
Northside residents huddled in this small space for a small act they hope will make a big impact.
Like, why not? Like, why not try something? I think there's multiple approaches that somebody can do to try to be effective, and why not do something that is within reach and see what happens.
The organization Indivisible Chicago hosted Pack and Protect events across the city. Volunteers put together kits. Each included a Know Your Rights card and whistle. The plastic whistles have become a resistance tool against Operation Midway Blitz to alert undocumented immigrants of the presence of ICE and Border Patrol and to encourage citizens to show up with phone cameras rolling.
It's loud, it gets the word out, it lets people know that there's something happening in their community. It's very personal what's happened here for everyone in Chicago, and so a lot of groups are looking for ways that they can fight back.
At the end of the day, 4,000 whistle kits were assembled and handed out to residents and businesses.
Little things go a long way. You can't eat the pizza in one bite. You got to eat it in some small bites, and once you're done, you've eaten the whole thing. So
4,000 whistle kits, guys. We got homeless vets. We got American citizens that are struggling right now. And this is where the effort to these communists, this is where they're putting their effort on. Now, you won't be surprised at this. Now that we've covered what happened in Chicago over the weekend, I want you to listen to what Chicago Mayor Johnson is asking.
Mayor Brandon Johnson is asking the United Nations to...
There we go. I'll put it up on the screen for you.
Brandon Johnson is asking the United Nations to intervene to stop your operations. Here is what he said before the UN Human Rights Council. Listen to this.
The federal government's immigration enforcement has been marked by violence and an assault on the dignity of all Chicagoans. I call on this council to hold the federal government of the United States to the same standards of accountability you apply elsewhere in the world. No country should be above international law. I urge the Human Rights Council to consider additional measures of accountability, including a special session to examine the worsening human rights crisis in the United States.
Tom, this is just pure lunacy, but what is your reaction to all of that?
He just proved he's not that smart, right? I mean, asking the United Nations to talk, interfere with ICE enforcing U.S. law, it's like asking an arsonist how to stop a fire. Because the UN, remember, the IOM, the part of the UN, helped fund the mass migration during the Biden administration. 4 years, spending millions upon millions of dollars helping that migration, international migration, come to the United States. So, the United Nations is not going to tell President Trump what to do. President Trump was put in office on the promise of making this country safe again, on the promise of having the historic deportation operation. That's exactly what America is getting. Every criminal alien ICE and Border Patrol takes off the street makes this country safer. We have the most secure border in the history of the nation right now because of leadership of President Trump, the men and women of the Border Patrol, and because ICE. What ICE is doing in the interior every day, they've sent a message across the globe. Don't spend your life savings, cross the border illegally, think you're going to get away in the United States. Because of what ICE is doing, people aren't spending their life savings, putting themselves in harm's way. Thousands of people aren't dying making that journey. Thousands of Americans aren't dying from fentanyl because...
Amen. But you have Mayor Brandon Johnson wanting the United Nations. We need to kick the United Nations to the curb. Rep Dan Goldman, another one. After seeing everything you're seeing, illegal aliens already deported. You see them killing unborn babies. You see them shooting at federal law enforcement officers. Not a word from any of these Democrat politicians that, hey, enough is enough. How about this? This is Rep. Dan Goldman right here saying it's unacceptable for masked ICE agents to throw tear gas on the streets of American cities. He's not saying it's unacceptable for illegals or anybody at that point to shoot at federal officers. He's not mentioning that at all. He said, Rep. Scott Peters and I are introducing the Stop Excessive Force in Immigration Act to ban ICE's use of crowd control munitions, mandate body cameras, and protect our communities. They don't care about protecting our communities. How much drugs is in here by illegal aliens and these gangs that we're trying to get off the streets? Almost all of it. How much crime is committed by illegal aliens? Oh, they don't commit crime. Oh, you're starting to learn over the last couple years they do. You're not going to hear it on legacy media, but Rep. Dan Goldman, man, I won't say what I'm thinking because it would get me banned right now. But I hope true justice is served one way or another to those who are trying to destroy those countries, those that are making sure there is fentanyl and other drugs in your children and grandchildren's schools. That they want these criminals, human traffickers, drug dealers. They want them out on the streets with you and your family. And it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Now, what you kind of heard about a little bit more through some of those is what the Latin Kings, again, they're not talking about this. Let's take a listen.
Federal agents here in the Chicago area are on alert tonight, following word they are being targeted by leaders of a major street gang. This comes as Border Patrol agents are attacked by an individual shooter. Senior correspondent Mike Tobin has the story here in Chicago tonight.
Chicago police get caught in the unrest in the Little Village neighborhood after DHS says a man drove up in a Jeep and fired shots at Border Patrol agents.
Back.
Now, after shell casings and video were collected from the scene, multiple agencies tracked the shooter and a suspect is in custody.
An illegal alien that has a past felony conviction for firearms. This suspect's in custody, and they're pursuing leads based on this suspect. It appears he was in the Jeep and he was armed.
DHS released pictures of federal vehicles damaged after at least 4 were rammed this week and others were pelted with bricks and cans of paint. And Border Patrol...
All that's going on, and you got Rep. Dan Goldman trying to take away their ability to disperse the crowds. The crazy, angry mobs that have been literally brainwashed by legacy media and Democrats. Every time they arrest, this person was a father just getting a kidney transplant, and you hear the real story. Again, somebody that's been on welfare, somebody that hasn't done anything, has a really big criminal history. This shouldn't be in this country in the first place. This is just getting worse and worse as the day goes by, and Democrats just hate us. But I did want to post something that was going on. Ken Paxton, the Texas Attorney General, is suing a group called JOLT. We've talked about JOLT over the years, being in Texas, covering the border. It's a group that is allegedly unlawfully registering illegal aliens to vote in Texas. This is a big step, and we won't get like attorney generals. We've caught on video this happening in California. There's no attorney general. You're not going to get an attorney general that wants pornography in your classrooms and teachers to keep secrets away from the parents to actually prosecute. What is that? Me something vota or whatever it was when we caught them registering illegals at the Fresno courthouse during a rally. That was like 6 years ago, folks. Soon as we got there with the cameras, they started hiding everything, packed up their books and left. I wish I still had that video. That was on Facebook. Check this out. It says Attorney General Ken Paxton sued radical open borders group JOLT Initiative for its role in orchestrating a systematic unlawful voter registration scheme that is designed to sabotage Texas election integrity and allow illegals to vote. I don't want to see them just shut down the nonprofit. I want to see people in jumpsuits doing 10 to 15. I think most of you guys could agree with me. I don't know why this frustrates me. I don't know why it don't frustrate enough people, but this is what's going on in the country. Before we get going, don't forget, guys, we have a raffle going on in 2 days. Check out, let me show you what's in the raffle and show you the deal we have going on today. Jan Garner donated some stuff, and one of the items is a True Patriot Charlie Kirk flag. So you'll get this flag. It's not opened. I didn't want to open it. You'll get a Trump calendar. The new year's coming, guys. Look at that. You get the Trump calendar. You'll get 2 Christmas ornaments. One is, as you can see there, Daddy's Home. Let's see. How about right there? Yeah, Daddy's Home. You'll get that Christmas ornament. You'll also get Jesus is my savior, Trump is my president Christmas ornament. And let me keep that right there. And a bracelet, a Turning Point USA bracelet. Check that out. And then, as you guys know, either a Trump, which one is it? Let's see. I got one of them charged, one of them not charged. Oh, yeah, it's going to be this one. A Trump or MAGA flashing hat right there. Let's see here. So it's got the American flag, the 47, and Trump on the back for the MAGA, or we have a Trump one. You will get all those items shipped out to you. We are doing the drawing on Wednesday. It's every $10 donation gets you 1 entry, but today, up until midnight, if you do a $30 donation, that will get you 1 extra. So again, if you donate 30, you'll get 4 entries. We appreciate you guys. We are 100% viewer funded. We can't do it without you. Want to say thank you. And the way you can donate is Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $Oreo Army. We also have givesendgo.com/Oreo 2024. And if you do online or mobile banking, we have a Zelle link, Zelle address that'll come up on the next screen. And again, you could just do a transfer. Our Zelle address is purepatriot559@yahoo.com. Thank you all for tuning in. We might be live a little later. I got to figure out what's going on. So just make sure your notifications are on. And want to say thank you for everybody tuning in. The donation links are coming up now. Thank you for everybody who's already joined in. I think I gave shout outs. I didn't see any more really quick. Let's see, 357, it updated. Let's see, updated just now. So anybody that donates after this will give a shout out on tomorrow morning's show. Thank you so much for keeping us on the air. We appreciate you. And here comes your donation links. Thank you, guys.
The Oreo Express, where truth don't hide and we don't second guess. Unapologetic, we're bold and we're loud, shining light on the left shady crowd. Oreo Express, rolling down the track, exposing the lies, ain't no turning back. Conservative fire, we're speaking the truth. At Oreo Express, this one's for you. Let's take a step